What's up, horror fam?
You know what time it is.
And today we're going camping.
Let's get into this.
All right. I'm glad we finally got that shit down.
Yeah.
Take 2, and we're doing
Glad I
good.
finally figured out what I was doing.
Take 7. Here's JT. They're trying to get this intro. Here's JT.
I was nervous. It's performance and anxiety.
It's okay.
He
We
has
all
problems performing.
sometimes have
Oh yeah, you don't have to worry about that, do you?
Nope.
Oh shit. Anyway, guys.
Wow. We've went down a darkened path, and we're not even.
And we like it.
I like it. Anyway, guys, as you heard, we're doing a little camping episode.
Camping.
Creepy campers, we'll
And we're
call
not
it.
talking Brokeback Mountain camping.
Well, you never know.
I wish we were.
Really? You want to see that?
Part
Yes.
2, fur traders.
Yes, I do.
You know, Uranus is right down the street.
And they are packing some good fudge.
Yeah. They pack the best fudge in Uranus.
Special shout out to Uranus. You guys who aren't local, Uranus is an actual
place. Yeah.
Actual place out here, and it's an actual fudge factory where they sell candy.
Yep. They've got a freak show.
It's actually
They give
pretty
away
cool.
magic tricks.
It's crazy, guys.
It's pretty
Yeah,
neat.
it's pretty cool.
It's cool, but yeah, that's an
Louis
actual
getting
thing.
it going.
Yeah.
Don't think that we're just like talking
Packing
shit.
fudge.
No.
You know,
This is
No.
actual. This is an actual place. But yeah, we're
I
doing.
don't know about packing fudge.
Holy crap, JT! You ruined this whole podcast.
I know. Fuck.
I'm still liking it.
Yeah, I'm going with
Hey,
it. I'm
hey,
going with it.
Hey, I just because I think it's funny. Show them your boxed water.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
show me your
Okay.
box if you wouldn't
Show
mind.
them your
Okay.
box.
So like me and my younger sister, we went to the gas station, come and go, and we were looking at all the different labels.
What-
Come and go. It's right next to
Come
Uranus.
and go. Anyway,
I'm here all week, folks.
look at what I found.
Freaking boxed water. What the hell?
My
I love
water.
how it's black and white.
Dude,
it's like
Hey,
it's
your,
like
your
beer.
box is wet.
Yeah, it is.
It's called condensation. It's relative humidity.
Condensation.
You know what?
You know what relative humidity is? Oh no, never mind. I don't
But it was
wanna do that.
hilarious
Holy
though, because
shit.
my younger sister was the first thing that came out of her mouth was, "I wonder if it tastes like cardboard and water."
I gotta quit.
It's like drinking out of the hose.
I fucking love it. But I mean,
Everything they're saying, I got shit to say about it, but I'm
I
not.
give this company props though, because all their proceeds they go to planting trees and cleaning up the beaches.
Yeah, one of
And
the
our
most
oceans.
fucked up things is when she pulled that out of the bag, the first thing I asked was, is there a picture of a kid's face on the side of that carton?
Not yet.
Oh my god.
Be a picture of Ryan's face on the side of that carton here pretty soon.
Oh, dude, we should totally send it in. See if they'll actually do it.
Have you seen with camping, going
Yep.
camping, being out in the woods, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of movies.
There is.
Super
There's
famous
there
one
is.
that everybody knows. And so yeah, we're gonna get into a few things here. I'll go ahead. Yeah, I mean, we can pop off with that one, or we can get into some personal stories.
Well,
Hey, it's whatever. Which
let
way
me
we
run
want to
here
go.
for a second.
if we let
So-
JT run, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. So camping movies, we're talking about your typical, your Friday the 13th, your Sleepaway Camp, Blair Witch Project, Evil Dead.
Yep.
All these movies had something to do with camping. We're not going to get into all of these movies, but we're just going to kind of touch on a few and
See where it takes us.
See what happens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch on this and see where it gets me. I mean, takes me. I mean, you know.
And
I know
we're
you
back.
guys, I don't know, you may not be able to make it out, but we have Camp Crystal
I was
Lake
literally
and
just going
Jason
like
in the
this.
background here. And Giggly over there.
Tis the season, man.
Tis
Tis the season. I mean, send your
Yes.
kids to summer camp.
we're-
Time to meet your counselors.
yes.
See some tits.
Yes, my
Whoa.
favorite part of my favorite part of the movies
Absolutely.
is the kids playing and having
It's the
fun and
counselors, yeah.
stuff. You
Yeah,
know,
I got
not
you.
the-
Yeah, no,
got
not
you.
the. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Oh my god,
yeah.
I'm sweating here, guys. We've been
I don't know where we
Let's
want to
go
go
first.
down the Starkened Road. I mean,
well. Since we're popping off with Camp Crystal Lake, Do you want to talk about? I mean, we were going to do a whole episode on Friday the 13th. I think we should just mention it. Everybody knows.
We're just going to mention, the great Sean Cunningham came up with this series. Started in 1980 with the first movie.
Yep.
Friday the 13th, which to me is not the best in the series.
Yeah, the first one's
but it
definitely
is what started the whole thing.
Which is crazy.
The backstory. The backstory.
Some of my favorites on that series were, of course, part 3, because that's where Jason dons the iconic mask.
Yes.
You can't go wrong with that series. But to me, Jason didn't go into full stride until Kane Hodder took the role.
Yeah.
Once Kane Hodder took a hold of Jason and ran with it, I mean, Kane Hodder is the best Jason that ever lived.
Yeah.
I mean, without a
Agreed.
doubt. Some of my favorites, of course, like I said, was part 3, came out in 82. Part 4, well, it's not part 4, it's called The Final Chapter.
Which is the one we were
Which
watching.
was with Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman, which is my favorite. Definitely my favorite.
Which, funny is the first Friday the 13th I ever saw in a theater, 1984. And then, of course, for me, Part 7, A New Blood, which was the very first movie with Kane Hodder in it, and that came out in 1988. Great series. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
We don't dive too deep
Yes.
into it, guys, because
No.
we're going to actually do like a full
Yeah.
episode series type stuff on that one. So
I do have some stuff to mention later when we get to the end of the episode about
Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
if I let you talk, I'll tell you.
really will.
Just to squeeze this in there.
Squeeze it in there.
I'm going to
Squeeze
squeeze it, dude. I've got
Squeeze
my
it in there.
favorites. I don't know. I like to laugh during scary movies. I would have to say is Jason in Space. And then also,
Jason X,
yeah.
Great movie.
And then,
That movie's probably got my favorite kill scene.
yeah.
The frozen face,
Yep.
nitrogen
Yep.
kill scene. Yes.
Yep. Or Freddy vs. Jason. That
Oh
one.
yeah. It is
one of
so
my
funny.
favorites.
Yeah. Yeah.
Freddy versus Jason. Everybody thought that movie was just going to be
Tank.
like, oh my god, that's going to be the
Yeah.
stupidest thing that ever freaking came out. And that movie was actually kick ass.
Oh,
That's
it was
one of my
amazing.
favorite. That's
It was
one of my
amazing.
favorites.
Great movie.
By
Great
far.
movie.
Of both series, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I mean, it just, them two together in the same movie.
Just the way they
was
did
just
it.
awesome.
Just the way they did
they
it.
played the characters in that.
Yeah, it was awesome. That was
Unfortunately, Kane Hodder didn't do that. He got stepped over on that movie, and it really sent him into a funk. He does a thing called what was it, My Time in Hell or something, or I don't know. He does a documentary, and he talks about that, how he got passed over for that role, and it really fucked him up. Because he knew that he was the best Jason, and everybody on the planet knew that he was the best Jason. And for them to pass him up for that role, he thought he had that role.
Yeah.
And then next thing he knows, it's like, oh, they're in mid-production. He's like, wait a minute,
What happened?
What the hell happened? Yeah, it really fucked him up.
But that was my by far one of my favorites. I love that movie.
Yeah.
I love it. But anyways, let's move on from that one because I don't want to go too deep into the Friday 13th yet. I like to go deep, but not
Long
right
live
now.
Jason.
I guess.
Yes.
Do that just to fuck with him. Because I'm an asshole.
But I mean, there's a bunch of movies. Course, I mean, camping kids, especially in the 80s.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's. I watched.
What the
one-
hell was up with that back in the 80s? I mean, was just everybody going camping?
Well, no, the parents, everybody sent their fucking kids off
to camp,
Oh,
yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
You know, I
You're
mean, the
right.
parents.
I mean,
were-
look at Meatballs.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
well, you gotta think about it. Like the 80s was like a carefree time, you know, and the parents, everyone was doing coke.
yes. it
Everybody was partying.
Yes, we were.
So the people sent their kids off during summer, and they were fucking having swinger parties. all the fucking time,
Yeah.
you know.
It was a great time.
But there's a bunch. I don't know if you want to mention some more. I mean,
There's all kinds of stuff.
Here,
I
I'll
wanna talk
butt in.
about.
Yeah, you
I'll
butt in.
butt in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so with us picking this topic, right? So I ended up actually finding this movie that I've never seen in my life. It's called Madman. It was made in 1981. I also shared the trailer on our Facebook. It's based on a summer camp in the woods. One of the counselors decides to tell the campers and other counselors a scary tale of the local serial killer. Madman Mars. Madman Mars. So pretty much the backstory of Madman Mars is he was a farmer who completely went insane. He ended up chopping up his wife and his 2 kids, a son and his daughter. And apparently after he chopped him up, he ended up going to the bar, and nobody realized because he was completely insane, just covered, with blood. They think he went hunting or whatnot, whatever. Well, the community ended up finding out that he completely destroyed his family, so they ended up, 10 guys ended up getting a hold of him and hanging him from a tree.
I'm going to have to watch this. I haven't seen it.
It was pretty good, yeah.
I'm going to have to watch it, for sure.
I love how they started that movie at the campfire.
Yeah, I
and
actually
it was funny because...
Yeah, thanks for jumping in, JT.
That movie, it really cemented the whole... like the Friday the 13th and all those movies were kind of
based.
Well, not based off of that movie because it came out in '81,
inspiring them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the story goes is if you end up chanting his name, over a whisper, he'll come and get you and either axe you or hang you.
Madman.
Yes, Madman.
I know if somebody chants my name more than 4 times, I'm coming.
But it's crazy though, because the kid that.
What if they call you daddy?
Then I'm really coming.
Literally.
Sorry, guys. That's where my mind goes.
And I'm spent.
And scene.
All done.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Pretty much.
Check it out for sure.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, great movie.
I have not seen that one. I seen you shared the trailer on our.
Yeah.
I watched the trailer. I'm like, I'm gonna check this one out. I had never seen that one.
Yeah.
I would have to say the kill scenes are actually really good for the 80s.
Yeah,
early
for
80s.
the
Absolutely,
time,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm definitely gonna look.
There was actually a remake of that, and if I remember right, it was Elijah Wood.
Huh.
Go
I'll have to check that out.
In the remake, I think.
It's crazy though. Madman Mars looks like he's like Bigfoot or something. Apparently, he's had his nose bitten off, and while they were hanging him, they ended up taking an axe to his face. So like whenever, at the end of the movie, you see his nose completely bitten off, everything. So it was actually, I would have to say, check it out if you're bored. I mean, it's a pretty cool movie for the 80s. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's. Talking about the campfire, that's it's crazy how much that a campfire is based in, or not based in. What's the word I'm looking for? It's cemented in, like
it's synonymous with
horror.
Yeah,
because you got like was it Tales from the Dark Side, or was it Tales from the Dark Side, or Are You Afraid of the Dark? That had the kids come out to the campfire.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, you got like. Jim Harold's campfire, you got it's...
Well, that's because everybody tells scary stories around the campfire.
Yeah, I know. That's
it happens on Friday the 13th when they're telling about the legend of Friday the 13th. Yeah. It even happens in a movie that I just watched last night, and it's one of your favorites.
Ooh.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh, yeah, dude, I love that movie.
It's a camping movie.
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty
good. But it even happened in that. The college kids that show up there, they're telling the horror story around the campfire.
You ain't seen Tucker and Dale vs. Evil.
Yeah, great
I hear
movie.
they're making a sequel.
Are they really?
I hear they're talking. It's in talks of making a sequel.
Wow.
God, I love that movie.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Got any other movies?
Movie. Oh, no.
Yeah, I watched one. I know you
continue with the movies.
I do. I got a list, and a lot of them are movies you love.
Yeah. Well, like I watched one that I haven't really watched before, and it was that Sleepaway Camp or something like that.
Oh my God!
Absolutely.
Woo!
Yeah.
Classic.
That movie is crazy.
Cray.
Yeah.
And it's cool because it follows that same motif
storyline
of Friday the 13th and Madman. All these different movies. It's the whole. These camp counselors have gone out and they're at this campground that's in the middle of nowhere, and they're secluded.
There are rules.
And There are rules.
There
We
are
learned
always
that in the last
rules,
episode.
yep.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry, that was 2 episodes
Yep.
ago.
Yeah, we're
There are
here
rules.
Yeah. So, yeah. What did you think of that?
now. I liked
Did
it.
you?
Oh, I loved it.
I like
Yeah.
it. You
I
know, it's
especially love the ending.
Yeah.
Well, you know me. I like the D.
it-
So.
oh my gosh.
Oh my God! Did he just say that?
But
Yes,
yeah,
he
you know, we can talk. You know, why don't we go ahead and keep with this, and then we'll finish this out with some like personal stuff, some episodes,
Okay,
so,
okay.
some things.
So you want to keep
Yeah,
continuing
go
on
ahead
with
with some
movies?
movies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, some of the other movies that you don't think about too much, but they really did have to do with camping, is of course Evil Dead.
God,
Yes.
dude.
Evil
What?
Dead
By
from
far.
'79 and the remake in 2013.
Yes.
Great movies.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
Great movies.
Evil Dead, the original, that movie scared the crap out of me and my buddy. Mainly one of my buddies. He's a supposed tough guy, but he knows who I'm talking about if he watches this.
Tough guy.
But
Come at me, tough guy.
That movie scared him a lot, you know, because of the possession thing. He was,
What should that movie?
But that movie was so good, even for the crappiest freaking graphics. That
Oh
it
yeah, it
was.
was that claymation.
Yeah.
But it was so good. That movie, that storyline, awesome. I love.
And the remake is, dude. I am sorry. I don't know that I might like the remake better.
Well, of course you do. I mean, it's got better graphics. It's got better. I mean,
it's
Yeah.
just
but special
Unchained
shout
movie.
out. I believe today is freaking Bruce Campbell's birthday.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're
So
right.
happy birthday,
Happy
Bruce!
birthday,
Happy
man.
birthday, Bruce.
Love you, brother. Yeah, he's one of my. I love Bruce Campbell, dude.
Yeah.
I fucking love
Oh,
him.
speaking of Bruce Campbell, have you caught the new Ripley's Believe It or Not?
Not yet. I know that
is
he's hosting it now.
Yeah,
man.
I watched the first episode.
He's
It's pretty
awesome,
good.
dude.
Heck
He's
yeah.
awesome. That's why I watched that movie, that TV show Burn Notice, because he's
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I
Oh
like
yeah,
that
that's the
movie.
only reason why I watched it.
But yeah,
I gotta
Evil
see
Dead.
that.
Evil Dead, awesome. Part one.
He's got the most infamous chin in movies.
Yes. Hail to the king, baby. But yeah, groovy. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Another movie, Blair Witch Project, which we just talked about this earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
Scared the shit out of me
another
when I was
camping
little.
movie, to an extent.
Oh, they can't for sure.
They can't
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, they
it's
did.
Not, it doesn't really revolve around them camping.
No.
Yes,
But
yeah.
But it's based in the woods.
but it's based in the woods, and that's kind of what we decided
exactly.
on
Yeah.
here. All right, so here's the big one. Here's the one I want to talk about. You know it. You love it. Cabin in the Woods.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. That movie. We
Dude.
talked about that before, and how we thought it was gonna be like when you first seen it, you're like, oh, this looks like it. You know, it's gonna be like a B-rated movie.
Yeah.
No, dude.
The first time I saw the trailer, I'm like, fuck, I gotta
Yes.
fucking see that, dude. It looks killer.
See, I first seen the trailer. I'm like, man, I don't know about this, but that movie's fucking
Yeah.
killer. Yeah.
Oh yes, kick ass.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, Cabin in the Woods came out in 2011, directed by Drew Goddard, written by Josh Whedon and
Yep.
Drew Goddard. Josh
Whedon, I mean,
has done everything. He did
Yeah.
Star Trek stuff.
Yeah,
He did-
dude.
You know, I mean, the guy's been everywhere.
Yep.
It stars Kristen Connolly, the lovely Kristen Connolly, Chris Hemsworth, which we know him as Thor.
Yeah, everybody knows who Chris Hemsworth
And then
is. Ask
my
wife.
favorite character in that movie was Fran Kranz, the guy that played Marty.
Shit, yeah.
I absolutely loved his character. Just the whole feeling of that movie, from front to back. I mean, it's like we talk all the time. It's a horror fan's dream.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You know, it just, there's so much going on there that how can you go wrong with 6 people trapped in a cabin
Hot chicks.
being
Yes.
tormented by evil,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And like,
Sign me up.
and
There's
then
so
the
many,
twist at the end.
so many great one-liners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shoot the boot, dude.
Yeah. No, dude, like when he pulls up with that freaking bong.
Oh my god.
I'm like,
yeah.
dude, what the fuck? You can't be.
He's
we
like,
be
don't
talk-
worry about it.
He's like, what are you talking about? What bong?
Yeah.
Like,
The Transformer.
that dude killed that. That dude killed it in that movie. He's
Yeah.
so awesome. And that part, like whenever I said this before in a different podcast or a different episode, whenever he was talking to the old man at the gas station.
Oh my
And he
gosh.
was being a dick, and he's like, yeah. Well,
Oh,
I
got
hear
twisted.
the railroad's coming through real soon.
Yeah, that was great.
And he's like, good luck.
Sorry, I got a little twisted there. Shoot the Boot was actually from the Friday the 13th
Yeah.
remake.
Shoot the boot. But yeah, and he's like, good luck, fucker. Dude,
That's great.
That guy's
Dude,
awesome.
just
He nailed that
everything,
movie.
man.
It was epic whenever all the creatures came out of their cubes,
Oh,
dude. It was
God.
great. I was just like this the whole time.
Yeah, I was like,
Dude,
fuck,
the
it's
Wraith
bad.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that huge ass. Oh my God,
Yes.
everything. Just that movie was. I hate to say it, but to me, it was a masterpiece.
Oh yeah, I
It
think
just-
honestly
I
at that
love that
time it was
movie.
probably like the best of its time, like
Yeah.
horror movies
Yeah.
that
Oh,
came
yeah,
out that
for sure.
time. Yeah,
For
it
sure.
was like, oh
There's
wow,
a lot of people
horror has
that I'm sure
awakened.
did not like that movie.
Yeah,
But when you get to the end of that movie and your jaw is dropped, you
Yeah.
know it's a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because you're just like, holy.
Well, yeah, because at the end,
Yeah.
I mean, you're sitting there.
I can't believe they did that to these people.
yeah.
Well, I don't know
Yeah.
about if you guys did, but what I did, like, I rewinded it and tried to look for. I was like trying to catch everything.
Yeah.
Like, seeing what kind of monster came. Like,
Yeah.
I was trying to catch all what was happening. I'm like, dude, yeah, that movie is
Oh, yeah.
by far one of my favorites. I love
Awesome,
that movie.
awesome movie.
Love it.
You know, and that movie had a budget of $30 million, and its first weekend it only made $14 million.
Holy shit.
But total wise, nationwide, or worldwide,
Yeah.
it made $70 million, which is not great,
No,
but at least they made their money back.
exactly.
Not only that.
And to me, it is one of the classics. I have to watch that movie every year now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
just like Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Evil Dead, yeah. It's one of the movies that I always have to watch on Halloween. Or
Oh.
not on Halloween, but
That
around
time of
that
year.
Halloween
time.
month,
Hell
man.
yeah.
I just-
Absolutely.
I love that movie.
100%.
Love that movie.
100%. That movie's definitely always on my watch list. You know what I mean?
But anyway, I'm gonna move on. I'm just gonna give a couple of quick mentions here. Wrong Turn,
Love it.
2003 with Eliza Dushku.
Yeah, douche. Yep.
Oh my God, I love her. She played Faith and Buffy.
Yeah, dude. That movie's
Love
good.
her.
That movie is so good though. Wrong Turn is the first one.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it.
They went a little weird after that, but
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
still a cool series. But
Yeah.
the first one by far was a great movie. And this one I had to throw it in here. It's kind of a camping movie. It's in the woods.
Here we go.
It's
Here
in the
we go.
woods.
Do it.
Dog Soldiers.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. I like that movie.
I've never seen it.
It's good.
It's about a group of British soldiers that are in Ireland, and they're in the woods, and they're attacked by some malevolent force.
Yeah.
And come to find out, it's werewolves.
Haha, yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a
It's
cool
good.
movie.
Yeah.
Very
Right
cool
on.
movie. That came out in 2002. Then we've got classics like The Hills Have Eyes, 1977. They also did a remake of that in 06, which the remake is way more brutal than the original.
Oh yeah.
Way,
Yeah.
way more,
Yeah.
way more, a lot more gore. There was a really good movie that just came out not too long ago called The Ritual. It came out in 2017. If you guys haven't seen that, it's a pretty good movie. It's a British movie, but these
Bloody hell.
these guys, it's about these 5 guys that go into the woods on a hiking trip or something like that, and come to find out they're being stalked by something in the woods. And the whole movie, I watched it kind of on a whim,
Yeah.
and it ended up being very interesting. And I made it all the way to the end. It was a pretty good movie. I mean, it just a quick mention, The Ritual.
The Ritual.
And now here's another one I want to talk about, and this is right up there with Friday the 13th, because it kind of spoofs it, but kind of doesn't.
Yeah.
There's a movie called The Final Girls.
Is there boobies?
If you
in it?
haven't seen it, I've got a copy of it. I'll give it to you tonight.
Heck yeah.
You need to take it home and watch it.
Heck
Is
yeah.
there
Great
boobies?
movie. It has got Tessa Farmiga in it, which is Vera Farmiga's little sister. Vera Farmiga,
Yeah,
who
yeah.
plays Lorraine Warren in
Yeah.
all these Conjuring movies. Tessa Farmiga, she was in American Horror Story. She was also
Heck
in The
yeah.
Nun. In The Nun.
Yeah.
Is there
Um,
nudity in this?
Maybe. I don't remember.
I gotta-
But it follows the same kind of premise as Friday the 13th.
I gotta find some movie if I can let my kid watch.
basically,
about watching a horror
basically what it is there's a group of kids, and I don't know if you'll recognize the name, but Adam Devine
Yep.
is in it, who was in Pitch Perfect,
Yep.
and he's done a bunch of other stuff. He's in it too. So this group of kids goes to this camp,
Yeah.
just like in Friday the 13th. Well, they end up, the one girl, her mother had been killed, and she was an 80s slasher movie scream queen. So what ends up happening in this movie is they get sucked into one of her
Oh,
slasher
wow.
movies.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
And it's all about them fighting off the killer.
Heck yeah.
It's a very cool movie. Very cool movie. It sounds a lot more campy than it really is. It's actually a really good movie. Really
yeah.
good movie. If you have not seen it, you've got to check it out.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's,
you're giving me the movie.
It's called The Final Girls. Tucker and Dale, we talked about that. And
I definitely highly recommend that movie.
now I'm going to get to the final thing I want to talk about.
Holy crap!
I know.
I doubt it.
I've only been talking for 10 minutes
Yeah,
now.
hasn't been
He's
bad.
not- he's
He's
not
doing
telling the
good.
truth.
He's doing good.
I'm not done talking, but this is
I told you, open up
this
your
is
mouth way too
this is
soon.
the final thing I want to talk about because we got into the whole Friday the 13th
Yeah.
deal. Friday the 13th. I love the Friday the 13th series. I always have. I always will. I've been a big fan. We've got Camp Crystal Lake. We've got Jason. I've got a Jason tattoo. I love
On a
Friday the
sack.
13th. It's probably, I don't want to say it's my favorite series, but it's in the top two. Halloween's got to be my favorite series. I'm a big fan of Michael Myers.
Yes.
But anyway,
The Legends of
2 years
Warren.
ago, 2 years ago in 2017, there was a fan-made film
Yep.
called Never Hike Alone.
Yeah.
If you have not seen this movie, you need to friggin' watch it. It is phenomenal. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's on YouTube. You can watch it at any time. Never Hike Alone. Came out in 2017, and it was directed by Vincent DeSanto, or DeSanti, I'm sorry. Vincent DeSanti.
Besonte.
It's kind of funny. The director actually plays Jason. What they did in this movie is they made this movie. Basically, there's a guy. His real name is Drew Lady. He plays a hiker named Kyle, and he does like videos of hiking and like tells people, kind of like we do these YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Tells people, hey, this is a cool hike. Let's go out. So he's going out on a hike.
Yeah.
And he goes out on a hike by himself with a camera, and he'll go out and he'll do the entire hike and he'll film it, kind of like a first-person view. The whole movie's not first-person. There's a lot of third-person
angles,
and
yeah.
stuff views there. But he goes out to hike this crazy hike that he says is very hard. It's a very difficult hike, and it's
Yeah.
not for a beginner. Well, he ends up stumbling upon Camp Crystal Lake. Runs into Jason. Chaos ensues. Fucking great movie.
Heck yeah.
This movie is only like 55 minutes long.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
For a fan-made movie.
Yeah.
This fucking Vincent DeSanti fucking knocked it out of the park, dude.
I'm about to watch it tonight.
I was watching
Heck yeah.
this movie, and I was truly nervous watching this movie. It made me feel like I was watching a Friday the 13th film for the first time. Fucking great movie.
See,
Hell
dude,
yeah.
Yeah,
Great
and there was a.
Hell yeah.
And that is the shit that you are never going to hear about because most of those are not in the mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was a huge fan of the Friday the 13th series. This movie was made by the fans for the fans.
Fuck yes.
There is no like major production on this, no going to theaters and
Yeah.
seeing it, no nothing. This guy fucking killed it.
Hell
Killed it.
yeah.
And the production on this is phenomenal. I mean, it looks great. It's not a fucking shitty looking movie. It looks like something that you would have paid fucking
Money.
$12 to go to the theater and saw.
Awesome. I'm gonna check it out
mean,
tonight. I'm gonna watch that.
Killer
tonight.
movie.
Hell
Killer
yeah.
movie.
If it's on YouTube, I'm watching it.
One quick thing. This guy also did a movie called The Ghost of Haddonfield. It's only 20 minutes long.
Oh,
And it's about Michael Myers chasing this little girl.
wow.
It was pretty damn good too.
Is it on YouTube?
Yes.
I'm gonna check that shit out too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Great
man.
movie. Got to give it up to that guy, Vincent DeSanti.
Well, that's kind of like, I don't want to go too far into a tangent on this, but that's kind of like, I told you a while back about, I was listening to that It's Alive podcast. And these two, It's Alive, they're hit or miss when they put stuff out, but I just so happened to catch this episode. And I believe they're like, I don't know if they're film students or what, but like they were talking about a movie they had come up with that was basically like a Nightmare on Elm Street meets Hellraiser.
Heck yeah.
And it was literally.
You did tell me about that.
Yes, it was literally Freddy and Hellraiser. And what's cool about it was the guy told his script on the thing. He's like, so here's my idea. The whole time I was listening, I'm like, holy fuck, dude, I would love to see this in a fucking movie, man. The way he did, because basically what it came out with was, and I can't believe they haven't done this yet, but, you know, if they go back to Elm Street, you know, and everything, Springwood, and, you know, everything's calmed down or whatever, because, you know, they've gotten rid of Freddy's down.
Yeah, nobody's afraid of him anymore.
So that's how he lives off fear, right?
Yeah.
Well, the internet's here now.
Yeah.
So, here's what happens. People start talking about Freddy on the internet.
Yeah.
So, guess what? The internet goes worldwide.
Yeah.
So, Freddy gets super powerful, comes out, and takes over the world, right?
Yeah.
But the Dream Warriors, this is what's cool. He brings back the Dream Warriors in this.
We're the Dream
Warriors.
Little Doc in there.
Hell yeah. But no, he brings the Dream Warriors back, and they're fighting Freddy.
That's what's up.
And then, so like they're building more people who are Dream Warriors, but as they're doing that, Freddy's taking souls and they're becoming his warriors.
Yeah.
So
he's
like
still
it's like
the
Dream
souls
Warriors
from-
versus all of his guys. But here's what happens. Towards the end, you know, the Dream Warriors are kind of like starting to lose, but Freddy's and like the guy, it was cool the way he described it too. And I wish I knew their name off the top of my head, guys. I'm sorry. Shout out to you guys if you're hearing this. But anyway, he freaking Freddy's sitting on a mound of bodies.
Yeah.
Right on his throne. Well, here comes Hellraiser out of
Pinhead.
Or Pinhead, yeah. Out of the freaking pour.
You opened the box.
Yeah.
We came.
Yeah, and he said, "I'm here for my souls." And it's fucking Hellraiser. That's where that part ends.
Yeah.
It's Hellraiser
Fighting over the souls. Heck yes.
And dude, it was just awesome. I know I went off on a tangent there, but man, I was listening to him. He did the whole like about 35 minutes describing out the
That's
scene.
fucking cool.
And dude, I was like, holy fuck, this would be such a good
Heck
freaking
yes.
movie, man. The way he was describing, I'm like, dude, that would be sick.
Well, I ran across something called the Icons of Horror, and it was Jason versus Freddy versus Pinhead versus Michael Myers.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it though, but it popped up on my YouTube feed, and I thought, man, I need to check that out. It was actually a part 2, so I wonder if that was the same, maybe from the same people. I don't know.
Dude, I don't know, man, but like this guy, like the whole time I was like, dude, that would be such a badass episode. That'd be cool as shit. But you know, like you said, you don't see that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
You don't.
Well, it's not in the mainstream. I mean, you got to truly be a horror fan to catch
man.
shit like that.
And I was like, dude, that's so badass, man. They need, and they said they've sent their scripts off. So
Wow.
maybe somebody will pick that up. You know.
Yeah.
If
maybe
not, they
someone-
should.
Oh, for sure, someone picked that up.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to
Too
go
bad
off
Craven's not around anymore.
No, I know, man. All the greats are going. It sucks.
Still got Carpenter.
That's right.
Yes, we
and he's
do.
talking about coming back.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So, but yeah, I mean, we've talked about movies, guys, and stuff. But like, do you have any personal like?
Not personal, but I've got a couple true stories.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so here's some short stories. They're kind of creepy. The first one is pretty much about the. Let's see.
I'm trying to think of a name.
Yeah. I missed the title. Okay, anyway,
Yeah,
sorry about
screw
that,
it.
guys.
Yeah.
It was Camp Connecticut. And
Camp Connecticut.
yeah, Connecticut, sorry.
Are you good?
My eyes are so bad. Anyway, so it's a summer camp. Yeah. Yeah.
Them's just jokes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna read it. It's a hidden back road. Camp Connecticut is a derelict summer camp with a dark history. Before the area was a camp, a poverty-stricken family lived in the woods. So pretty much it used to be a house. It's before it became a camp.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Sorry, guys.
No, you're good.
Okay, so it was a guy that it's kind of like Madman Mars, but it's actually a true story. It was this guy that ended up going insane, ended up killing his daughter and his wife. Let's see. And he also ended up actually hanging himself just like Madman Mars. So it's pretty crazy the fact that I came across this story after I ended up watching the movie. When the area was developed into a camp 100 years later, a camp counselor went crazy, killing 60 children and 4 other counselors by locking them in their cabins and setting them on fire.
Holy shit! This is like real.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually ended up looking up the history to actually find out if this story was actually
Legit?
true.
Yeah.
Well,
shit.
the thing is it's not just that incident of the 60 kids and the counselors. Apparently, there's been a girl that's drowned in the pond on the property. Another girl was murdered on one of the fields on the property. The owner killed his daughter as well. And there's a payphone that's actually on the property, and some people have actually heard it going off.
Holy shit!
For you people that don't know what a payphone is,
Yeah, for real. For real.
You know, that's crazy too. So it's definitely the line.
Yeah, it's in Connecticut, and it's actually off a dirt road of Route 85. And
It's fucking crazy
it's
how
pretty
much
crazy.
stuff goes
road
on.
trip.
For real.
It's crazy how much stuff goes on in Connecticut.
Yeah.
For being Connecticut, there's a lot of crazy shit that's happening.
Yeah.
But that's pretty crazy.
It's just crazy that the fact that all those situations happen on that property. And it makes you wonder if, where did it all come from before?
Yeah.
Like, what drove that guy insane way before the camp even came? Like,
Yeah.
was it an Indian burial ground?
Exactly.
Or
There's something there. And being Connecticut,
it's an old
one of our
state,
oldest
you know?
states, and
It's like that ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Hiawatha? No, but yeah, man, that's definitely something in the land.
Yeah.
you
I
know?
just thought it was a coincidence since I watched the movie, and then all of a sudden this popped up, and then I was like, well,
That's pretty cool.
I want to see how much of this is
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, all this started popping up, and it was crazy.
That happens a lot. I've noticed since we've been doing this podcast, when you start doing the research, you really run into dead ends sometimes. You're like, did that really happen?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it sounds like you went back and did the research and figured it out. That's freaking creepy.
Yeah, that's creepy as
In
hell.
the future, we should totally go and actually go to the campsite.
Yeah.
Because apparently it's still up and running.
Oh, hell yeah.
Not running like actually having campers, but the property is still there.
Speaking
Yeah.
of going to campsites, you can now stay the night at Camp Crystal Lake.
I know, right? Fuck
Gotta
yes.
do that.
Absolutely.
We'll put it in the works, man. There's a
Oh,
lot of stuff
absolutely.
in the works,
It's in Joycey.
Jersey.
Jay-Z. You got something else there, chica?
Chica.
Ah?
Chica.
Oh, okay.
Chica-lika?
So this one, the title's called Hide and Seek.
Ooh.
Okay. And this actually ended up happening 1971. So it's an older story. It happened at Camp Nook Creek. I don't know exactly where that is, but apparently this counselor ended up playing hide and go seek with, all the campers, and, it started getting darker and started calling everybody in, and then they did roll call and they found out that this kid, James, was missing. So they ended up searching, couldn't find him, missing kid. Well, they ended up closing the camp after, the missing child.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 3 years later, they ended up opening it back up, and the same counselor that was part of that incident ended up coming back and getting a job again. Well, all their stuff was still there, the canoes and all that. Well, he was about to take all the campers, canoeing. And while he was, getting all the canoes all set up, he smelt a bad odor. Well, apparently underneath one of the canoes, there was the little boy that
This
was
kid's
missing
body.
on
Oh
the
my
inside of
God.
the canoe. There was scratch marks and everything. So
He had gotten trapped under the
Yeah.
canoe. Wow.
God, that sucks, man. That, I mean, you know now, being a parent, like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the worst shit ever, man. I hate hearing shit about kids. That's one thing that, like, I listen to like true crime podcast stuff, and it's kind of hard for me, man, to listen to some of that stuff when it has children involved. It really
Yeah.
fucking irritates me, man.
yeah,
That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That is.
That's nuts. And then to find out that he was scratched on the inside. I mean, you hear
Yeah.
about that, you know, and it could be true, could not be true, but
exactly.
Like, but it just,
I didn't go and actually look to see if it was true or not, but I mean, just the thought.
yeah.
I mean, even a story to tell, like, around the fire, I mean, that would be creep enough.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I got some stories because I used to camp a lot.
I got stories.
I got
Got
fucking
stories.
stories, dog.
Tell us.
Well, like, okay, I remember this one time we were camping. Now, I told you guys before we used to camp up by the graveyard all the
This
time.
one time in band camp.
This one time in band camp, I stuck a flute up. This one time in band camp, I stuck up a tuba.
I forgot to mention the movie I have with her in it. We'll talk about that later.
Hannigan?
Yeah.
But yeah, we just camp out by this local cemetery all the time and stuff, and we actually camped out in the same spot a lot. So we had a fucking lookout point that we built up in a tree, a little stand. You know, we were kids, but we hand built us a little lookout point, and there somebody would take watch, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
And this was probably like around 11:30, 12, somewhere in there. And we had our fire going. We were all still up doing our shit, laughing, joking around. with
Telling
each other,
ghost
blah, blah,
stories.
telling stories
Absolutely.
and whatnot. Well, one of the guys was up on the point and he started fucking screaming, freaking out, screaming, right? So what the fuck is he, what's going on? So we run over there. We had our pellet guns. You know, back then we thought, you know,
Yeah.
we had our pellet guns and shit. So we run over there. And this can't be but like probably, I don't know, 100 feet from where we're at, right? And we're like, what's going on, dude? We're all circling by the tree down there. And he's like, there was something trying to get up the tree. It was scratching the tree, like really bad, trying to get up there, you know? And we're like, okay, what the fuck? So we're looking at the tree. You can see claw marks on the tree,
Whoa.
right? So we're like, oh shit, man, it's probably a cat, big cat or something, you know? Because where we're at, there are big cats. They don't come out a lot, but they definitely come out at night.
Yeah.
And bears too. You know, at the time we didn't think about it, but we thought, oh man, that looks like cat marks, you know? So we're like, we got our flashlights and I'm looking around, and I think we actually did have a 22. I think we did have a pistol. I think we did have a 22 or rifle. But anyway, we're looking around, I'm flashing my flashlight around, you know, and shit you not, I remember this to this day. There's a tree about yay big, right? I'm looking
For
around.
those of you that can't see that, he's, I don't know, about 6 inches.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry guys. But there's about a tree about 6 inches around, and I look, and when I shine, I see these two eyes on each side of the tree,
Whoa.
right? So I mean, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Well, I'm looking, and I'm like, shh, everybody stop, and everybody stopped, and I'm like, look at that. And we start looking, and then you look down, and there's hands on the tree like this.
Ha ha.
Right underneath the eyes. And this is a true story. This is my
Fuck that.
And as soon as I see that, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And everybody starts shooting. We start shooting
I guess.
We start shooting at trees, BBs, and that's 22 we got.
That's a
And
22. Pew pew.
22. Pew pew.
Pew pew.
Pew pew pew. But yeah, we start shooting at this thing, and I mean, we look back and there's nothing there but like freshly, you know, showing tree marks because we shot at it. But yeah, man, I remember it's 100% to this day. There was eyes on both sides of that thing.
That's crazy.
Heck yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
It was
and the hands
Mothman.
were up underneath it.
It was Mothman.
Wow.
And go ahead.
Oh, I just got to say, I saw Friday the 13th at a very young age. I don't fucking go camping.
We're going to have
can't.
to change that.
We camped all the time.
Fuck that.
Oh, we're gonna get you out camping.
Yeah,
We're
we
going
will.
camping.
I've seen too many horror movies.
We're gonna go camping in somewhere that's haunted as fuck.
In the middle of the woods.
No, somewhere haunted.
Far, far,
we're going
far,
to we're going to Burkittsville.
There we go. There we go.
But yeah, I've had, and, you know, there's been multiple stories. Like one time, we were camping, same area, and there's an abandoned house near it, right?
That abandoned house.
Well, check this shit
Well,
out.
you got to go check that out.
Fuck yeah, you do.
Well, no, we knew it was there. We've been there
Oh,
a million
right,
times. We've been there. We've checked it out. But check this out, right? We're up there camping, and we're just doing our regular shit. We hear something walking in the woods. And we can tell it's a human. You know, we're kids. We grew up in the woods, so we know what's a deer, what's a
Right.
fucking this, what's a that. You can tell if it's bipedal or freaking, you know.
Right.
So we hear something walking, and it's getting closer. And see, what we used to do when we were kids is we set up a trap line. We set up a emergency line. We take fishing strings, we put cans on it, and we made us a perimeter around our whole campsite.
I got you.
Right?
Some fucking John.
I know, it's-
some John Rambo shit. There.
It's crazy. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but we really did that shit. I promise you. And so we got our shit set up, and it's a good distance away from us. So
Yeah.
it's probably a good five.
Did you guys have walkie-talkies too?
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
We had about 100 yards. I'd say it was a good distance.
Breaker.
I hear the
Well,
cans.
we set up that perimeter, so the cans go off.
Yep, same.
So we're like, dude, someone's coming up here, and we hear him slowly walking. We knew it was somebody, so we start fucking chucking rocks. Right? We're fucking chucking these rocks, and there's probably 8 or 9 of us, and all of a sudden you hear, "Police, stop, police!"
Oh God.
And then all of a sudden you hear, boom, hits a cop, and the cop finds his flashlight. He's like, "Everybody stop right now." We take off fucking running, all of us, right? So we take off running. This cop's chasing us through the woods, right? Well, we go up to this abandoned house.
Mm-hmm.
We're up in this abandoned house, and we hiding up in the house, right? And he's fucking, I can guarantee this cop is scared. That's why he didn't go in the house.
Right.
He didn't know where we went. He didn't know if we were in there or not. But we seen him outside shining a flashlight around and never came inside. He has left.
I wouldn't come inside either.
So we're up there hiding shit. We're like, fuck this shit. So we go, after we get done hiding from the cop, he leaves. We watch him get in his car and leave because we can see the road from the top of the house, 2-story house. We can see the road. So we see him leave. We go back downstairs. We go out this fucking house, right? Well, on our way out, we hear something. I'm like, what the fuck? Did you guys hear something? And we're like, whatever, it's probably just one of us to go. So we start going, and we hear something flies out the window upstairs. Right? Thrown at us. I'm like, dude, fucking something just got thrown at us. We're like, what the fuck? We turn around, shine a flashlight up at the top of the window, right? Hand comes out waving a knife like this.
What the fuck?
No shit.
He was probably a homeless man.
Wow. It's Madman Mars.
No shit, dude. We shined the flashlight up there, and so when the flashlight got shined up there, and then I'm like, what the? We're all looking, you know, and not even like a couple seconds after we shine the flashlight up there, you see a hand come out and a knife, waving a knife like this.
Wow.
So whoever the fuck it was up there with us.
Damn. Fuck that.
Yeah, dude. There's some crazy
See, and
shit.
these stories are why I don't go camping.
I love camping, and we're taking your ass camping.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somewhere haunted.
You know, my
it's gonna
friends are like,
happen.
"Oh, hey, we're gonna go camping." Okay, cool. Is there a hotel nearby?
Are you guys bringing an RV?
Girl. But yeah, I mean, there's some cool stories, guys.
Yeah.
A lot of good movies. Definitely
Some great movies.
Definitely
Great
some
movies.
must-watch, guys. I think
Well,
this
it's
is gonna-
summertime. I mean, you know,
Yeah, man,
yesterday
what
was
else
the
can-
first day of summer, and we kind of wanted to do a camping episode.
Yep. You guys are out
You
of
know,
school.
there's certain movies that you really should watch before you go camping.
Shit, yeah, man.
Just
It makes it,
especially
Get
show
into
your
the
kids.
mood, man.
you know.
yeah, it gets you in the mood. It makes that experience, you know, creepy. So yeah, definitely some must-watch, guys. This is probably going to be the end of the episode, guys. We're pretty tapped out on the stuff.
Yeah.
We've been working on a lot of things, getting some stuff
We've been
together.
camping out here.
Heck yeah.
But
Don't forget the bug spray and the sunscreen, guys.
and
And the machete.
the AR-15.
And Uranus fudge.
Fudge from Uranus,
Anyways, guys.
which is some really good stuff. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is, actually.
But as always, hit us up on YouTube, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Let everybody know about it. Come
Yeah.
join the horror fam. We're here for you guys. We want to hear from you guys. We want to make sure we put out some good stuff for you. You want it, something you want us to react to, or something you want us to discuss? Let us know in the comments. Hit us up.
yeah.
Hit us up on Facebook, the Horror Chronicles podcast. Bree's kicking ass on that.
Heck yeah.
If you're not into YouTube, we're on every podcast
Anchor.
provider out there.
Yep. Anchor has got us on everything.
Yeah, they really
So-
do. They've done an excellent job with our.
And guys, if you are following us, thank you. We appreciate your support.
Yeah,
we
for
love
sure.
you
Yeah.
guys.
For
Welcome
sure.
to the horror fam.
Absolutely.
And leave us some comments. Let us know how we're doing, what we should change, what you guys would like to hear. We want.
Fuck, don't tell them that. They're gonna be like, get rid of that JT guy.
Like I said, let us know what you want us to change.
Never. You're stuck with us, man. You're stuck with us.
This is our horror fam, guys.
Yes.
Love us, days. We're all horror fam
Yeah.
here. But yeah, thank you guys for your support. We really do appreciate it. We're on everything. Follow us. Tell your friends about it. Tell them to come join the family.
Don't be scared to post anything on our Facebook page, man.
Yeah, you guys got free reign. Post
Yes.
whatever you want.
Try
We've
to
been
keep-
sharing some other people's stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
well,
and-
try to don't post anything. We don't want to hear about political stuff.
No,
No.
definitely.
We don't get
not.
into that shit.
Unless
No.
it's horror related. You
We all
you can
have.
post they live stuff all day long.
Oh yeah, well we all have our own beliefs on things.
Yeah.
This horror family, we're a horror family.
Yes,
we're here
we
for
are.
the horror, okay, guys? And that's all. That's all that matters to us. So we love
Anything
you guys.
horror.
Yeah, we love you. Thank you for your support. And as always, until next time, guys.
Keep it creepy.